Good morning. This is Larry Edelson for my weekly market video update for Thursday, January 20th. A couple of quick notes. I'm having a little bit of trouble with my desktop computer, so I'm delivering this video to you, producing it on my laptop. I hope it comes through okay for you. The charts might look a little bit different, but it should be okay. Also, I'm recording this video one day early due to the holiday, so the prices and chart action that I show you will not be exactly up to date when you do view this video. However, the trends will not be changing either in the short term or the intermediate or long term. Let's go right to the charts. I'm going to call up excuse me, I'm going to call up gold here. This is, I'm maintaining this chart for you so you can follow the action and my analysis right along. As you well know, gold and silver took, and virtually all precious metals, platinum and palladium as well, took quite a nosedive toward the end of last week. We're starting to see unfold what I've been telling you about. A healthy pullback is in order for gold, silver, and precious metals. It is likely also coinciding with President Hu's visit to Washington and official meetings with President Obama, which begin on the 19th. Again, I repeat, China and Washington will be moving to revalue the yuan higher and the dollar lower. And in a minute, you'll see the dollar index is already starting to roll over back to the downside. Part of this is the euro is strengthening, but part of this is also that savvy money, big money, and the international capital flows know that China has to revalue its currency higher and that the dollar has to be revalued lower against the yuan. And we will see at the meetings that are about to commence between President Obama and President Hu, although the rhetoric has already been from President Hu that he will not revalue the yuan, he's going to have to, for many of the reasons I've cited previously in my columns. And this is going to impact all the markets in the first quarter of this year quite dramatically. Looking at gold again on this chart here, you can see it's in an area where the upside, could be about 1440 for a triple top if it were to happen, whereas the downside is substantially lower. I do believe we're not going to see a triple top formation. We're seeing a little bit of a rally early this week. That's just shaking off some oversold conditions. I'm looking for a decline down to 1325 and then 1250. So please stay in tune with my recommendations there. Let's now take a look at the dollar index. You can see the dollar index plummeted back below this channel support area here and is now threatening the bottom of this channel support line. This is not good action for the dollar. If the dollar had turned into a short and even intermediate term bull move within the confines of a long-term bear market, we should not have seen this rather sharp decline here. Odds are we'll find support in here in the dollar and we'll bounce around in this channel, but we need to be very closely attuned to the dollar falling below the bottom line of this chart here, the bottom line of this trend channel here. That would indicate that the short-term and intermediate-term cycles have rolled over to the backside, back down to the downside, and we would see the next leg, the next big leg down in the dollar unfold, which again would probably coincide with a revaluation higher in the yuan. I'm going to move on now to the Dow Jones Industrials. The Dow Jones Industrials is still fighting off the cyclical decline that should be expected in here and the technicals which point lower. However, it's also pretty much acting as I've been warning you it would with these blue rectangular formations here and this projection line. The Dow is drawing itself, albeit slowly, towards the 12,000 mark. I do not believe it'll get above that, and the risk remains to the downside. So I am still not an advocate of any heavy investing in stocks with the exception of long-term holdings of precious metals and natural resource stocks. Please stay tuned to my columns and to my videos, and Real Wealth members to my Real Wealth report. The January issue is publishing this Friday. You'll want to see it. This is going to be a fascinating first quarter for 2011. There is a lot politically happening that will, and geopolitically, that will have an impact on the markets. Till next week, this is Larry. Have a good weekend.